Yo, 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 what's going on? Out here living the dream. How are y'all doing? Good evening, Matt. How are you? Appreciate the heart, Ohio kid. Appreciate you. All right. Give me 1 second here. We're getting set up. Got to pull my iPad down here because we'll be stream casting here off the iPad. You got 2 telescopes. Nice, man. Nice. Now, Matt, did you travel for Christmas? I think I've seen something where you said you were getting on a plane or something yesterday. I hope you got your telescopes out right now. Okay, nice. Outstanding, man. That's awesome. Oh, you went to your mom's for dinner. Okay. Thought I seen something where you said you were getting on a plane. Maybe that was somebody else. Thought it was you. Or maybe it was the other day or something like it was something. I'm all discombobulated. You know how it is. These days just tend to run together. I could have swore it was like Saturday or a Sunday, not a Thursday, right? Phone tracker, nice, dude. Outstanding, man. Heck yeah. Maybe that's what it was. But we've got the Jellyfish Nebula right here. Now this is in H alpha. And I actually need to go in here into my sequencer real quick. And I need to delete, because I had to take some LRGB data for my stars. Hey, 80, how are you? Erica, what's up? Nice. Farmer Dave, appreciate the follow, man. So we're going to go ahead and delete these. Now, right here, you guys can see this is my sequencer for my software, Nina, which is what I'm using to do all my data. And so right now I'm using slot 4, slot 6, and slot 6. So I'm taking H alpha, oxygen. I'm doubling up on my oxygen. This nebula, the Jellyfish, what I'm shooting right now, has just a very, very trace amount of sulfur. So I'm not even shooting sulfur. It's pointless almost to even shoot it. So right now and it's very faint. It's very faint in oxygen. So I'm doubling up my oxygen. It's 2-to-1 oxygen to hydrogen. And I'm going to get a very, very, very nice HOO image on here. Just got to figure out how to do all this stuff. Kid, man, all I can tell you is just watch a ton of YouTube videos. There's going to be some videos with people setting up the same kind of gear you've got. You'll get it figured out, man. These go-to mounts are super easy to use. Super easy. Erica, put your image in the Discord. All right, we'll pull up. Let's get this fucker. Now let me go in, now right here we're doing the Monkey Head Nebula. So let me get in here. Now I gotta pull up. I'm gonna pull it up on my iPad here. Brr. Image management, auto run. Now check that bad boy out. Now these are going to end up getting better. It's still early in the evening. It says it has to be hot. That's counterproductive, man, because if it's hot, when you take it outside, it's going to sweat. You don't necessarily want that. Now, what you would want to do is get it outside about an hour before it gets dark so it can acclimatize. Otherwise, your scope's going to fog up. You don't want that. So we're in the Monkey Head Nebula right now. The images are going to get better as the night goes on. I hope you guys can kind of see the detail in there as it's coming in on the stream. Now, this is a little bit fainter of a nebula. The one that the last time we did was the Rosette, and that one showed up really well. But that was a very, very bright nebula. This one is not as bright. I think I got 10 hours of data on it the other night, and I'm getting another 10 hours of data on it tonight for a total of around 20 hours we'll have on the Monkey Head. But right now I've already captured my hydrogen, and right now we are on sulfur. So you guys can kind of see just the faint hint of sulfur in here, right? Now if we go in here and maybe we can adjust this a little bit more, brighten that up just a smidge. It is, yep, you're right. It's we call them stellar nurseries. Stellar nurseries. Now this, now we're not live stacking these. These are just the individual subs coming in because we're not live stacking. So now when I edit these images, they're in black and white right now. I add these specific add these specific filters to specific color channels. So if I go back in here and I go into my hydrogen, this hydrogen gets mapped to green, to the green color channel. Okay. And then this sulfur gets mapped to the red color channel. And then I'll map the oxygen to the blue. And then that will give me my Hubble palette. It's called a SHO Hubble palette. Sulfur, hydrogen, oxygen for red, green, blue. And then I'll go in and I'll kind of play around with the different levels of each channel. And so I'll be able to add a little bit more green or take away green. And when you take away green, right, but you add it to red, you get a little bit of that orange. So that's where we're able to kind of play with the colors a little bit and kind of see the way things go. If we didn't do that, when we look at this hydrogen data, the hydrogen data is so dominant because hydrogen is one of the most abundant gases out there in the universe, right? Especially in our galaxy, in other galaxies as well. But if we mapped that hydrogen to whatever color we map it to, it's going to be the most dominant color in the image. All right, so you got to kind of tame that, and you got to kind of equalize the color levels, and that'll give you your true blend of RGB, red, green, and blue. So we've got the Monkey Head Nebula, and then we've got the Jellyfish right here. Now the Jellyfish, like I said, we're not doing hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. We're only doing hydrogen and oxygen because in this nebula there's very, very little trace amounts of sulfur. It's just not even worth shooting it. I could shoot it and I could get some data out of it, but this nebula looks better in just hydrogen and oxygen. So what will end up happening with this one is I'll map the hydrogen to the red channel, then I'll map the oxygen to the green and blue. And that's how we map out that one. Pretty neat stuff. Now, if you guys were with me today for our solar imaging, that software did such an amazing job. I can't even begin to explain how nice it was to see the data whenever I went to go align all the images up. Usually the images are all over the place, and then I've got to throw away like subs and stuff like that. But this thing did such a good job of guiding. I barely had to crop away anything. It turned out so freaking good. So we're going to pull up that time lapse from today. Brother, if it'll load. I mean, it's pretty clear, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's not that it's not just that it's clear. I mean, it just looks fucking good, man. Just because I didn't have to. Hold on. Again, I got to go in here and resize it before I can show it to you guys on screen. All right, so this one's from yesterday. Turned out really, really good. We had a cloud pass through right there, which is fine, but just really good. I went ahead and zoomed in on this one. This one was from the 22nd. All right, remember we got that one with that sunspot right there, and we got that prominence dancing back here. This one's from today. Not a whole lot going in this, but man, it still looks so fucking good, man. And then this one's from today as well. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Insane. That looks so good. Now, if I slowly go over this, you really got to kind of like zoom in, especially pay attention to these parts right here. There's not a whole lot going on, but you can see those individual, I mean, look at this. I mean, you can see that movement, man. It's just insane. Miss Cake, no. Using a Daystar Quark solar filter. And then this one it turned out really good. Turned out really well. A lot of movement in here. We got some pretty good movement down here in the sunspot at the bottom as well. But overall, two very good time lapses today. Very impressed with the quality. Sun is doing her thing. Looking forward to the image. Just makes. Dang, Orion, that sucks, man. I've been there, dude. I've been there. But yeah, it makes. I mean, it's just. Being able to auto guide today just made things so much better, especially on the editing process. I mean, it just. Anyway. I was hoping we were going to see some more movement out of that, but it just is what it is. It's not a big deal. But good stuff. And now the full disc time lapse looked really good. But the only issue with that is we're so zoomed out. Putting it in a horizontal or a vertical format, I got to zoom out so dang much to get it to fit in there. It's hard to see what's happening on the surface because you're not zoomed in. I don't know if I will ever add in a full disc time lapse, just because it's just so hard to see what's actually happening on the surface. Oh, you're talking. Okay, how do we know what gas is sulfur, like hydrogen, oxygen? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yes, however the fuck you say that. I'm sure it is. We can look it up though. I'm not. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But we're able to measure the different wavelengths of the light. Not with a solar filter. Solar is just for solar. It's a hydrogen alpha filter. Yeah, it's purely meant for solar. Yeah, listen, it's been a long day. But yes, the word that you said. Let's see. Every element has a unique light fingerprint. So by the heat, radiation, or the collisions, the electrons jump to higher energy levels. And they emit specific wavelengths. So yeah, that's pretty neat. So a spectrograph, it takes incoming light from a star nebula, spreads it onto a spectrum, and then you can measure out the exact wavelengths. So hydrogen alpha, okay, now this makes sense, right? So for hydrogen alpha, like when I buy filters, new guitars no, I didn't. All my money this year has literally went into telescopes and stuff. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I have enough guitars. If I were to get another guitar, I would need to sell another one. But right here, we'll pull this up. This is pretty neat. So this is the different wavelengths and nanometers. So when I buy my my HSO filters for my cameras, all right, I got to make sure that they are within that wavelength of light. Now they'll be like 6 nanometer filters, right? So that means that you can be plus or minus within 6 of 656.28 nanometers, right? Now you can be a 3 nanometer filter, and you're blocking out even more of the surrounding wavelengths of light. So now a more narrow bandpass, the higher quality coatings that they need to put on the filters, which means higher price. So I have all 6 nanometer. Actually, I think mine are 5 nanometer actually, but I've never measured them. I just take the word for it from the manufacturer. But what's cool is look right here, hydrogen alpha. Look at that wavelength, and sulfur are very, very close to each other. They're very close on the red spectrum, but they're still very different. Ah, nice. They make these portable little amps that are like Bluetooth that you can use headphones with your electric guitar and still be able to get different sounds out of it. It's pretty neat. That way, you don't have to hear her playing through an amp, especially starting out, because it's annoying. So good stuff. Yeah, get her into some lessons. 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes a day, every day on the guitar. I'm telling you, it's the key to it is consistency, and she'll know rather quickly whether or not it's something that she wants to stick with. Like now, my daughter, she wanted to play guitar. I got her a guitar, and she never fucking played it. And then she was like, I don't really want to play anymore. Got her in the lessons. I taught her some stuff, and she could remember how to play things. Like she wouldn't play something for like 2 months, and then come here and she'd be like, can I play your guitar? And I'd be like, sure. And she would play some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you should play the guitar. And she went to piano. She didn't play anything for a while, and then wanted to play piano. So I got her a piano. She stuck with that. And then for the past year, she's been back on guitar. She borrowed my guitar one weekend and has not brought it back yet. And she's been playing it. So sometimes they think they want to do something, they don't like it, or it's a little bit too hard. It'll go in the back of the closet, and then a year or so later, they'll pick it up again and enjoy doing it. But it's time on the instrument. And there's a ton of good YouTube tutorials, and just about every song that's out there has a YouTube tutorial. Those types are broadband and can't be filtered. What's that? What is broadband? Okay, I see what you're saying. You think the rise in LED lights? My bad, Blaine. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't really have any issues with the LED lights out here. I mean, I'm in a city, but I'm kind of like on the outskirts of a city, and I haven't noticed any issues, man. Since learning the piano from YouTube. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is great. You can learn so many things off of there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. What's up, D? Yeah, there's a ton of great guitars out there at different price points. I've got some expensive guitars, and I've got a couple of cheap guitars. And I'm gonna tell you right now that there's sometimes that I would rather play the cheaper guitar than the more expensive one. I've got a J45 acoustic guitar that sounds great. It's a great guitar, but for whatever reason, it is a pain in the ass to play bar chords on. And then I got a cheapo, like $300 acoustic guitar that, I mean, you can play anywhere on the neck on that dang thing. But the J45 is an expensive ass guitar. Like, it's just, it's insane. Let's pull up. Now we're still on hydrogen. We're still in hydrogen alpha for the Jellyfish Nebula here. And then let's pull. Where the fuck did here it is. And again, we are on the Monkey Head Nebula here for our other nebula. So we got two rigs. We got two rigs running right now. The Newtonian, the larger telescope on the right-hand side, is shooting the Jellyfish. And then the smaller scope is shooting the Monkey Head. Now we can come in here and look at these. You can see now we're hydrogen. Now this is a fake nebula. This is not a very, very bright nebula, so it requires a lot of data. But you guys can see now. Also, should have told you guys this. This is the shell of a Wolf-Rayet star. So it's a star that kind of went supernova and just shot out its outer core, its outer layers. And so that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the remnants of that. Now, we've shot some Wolf-Rayet stars before. Okay? Or we shot one. We'll bring it up so you guys can see that. See if you guys remember this one. Let me find it. If I can find it first. Where you at, boo-boo? Here it is. You can expect a similar-ish result. Like this. The bubble is also, yes. The bubble is also. You are correct. Oh, I love Second and Charles, man. That's such a fucking... Well, I'll tell you what. Second and Charles, when it first came out, now it's gotten very, like, corporate. And they're trying to push the new books, not the used book side. But Second and Charles is such a cool place to go. I love Second and Charles. I do have one here. I need a goddamn Tums, bro. Fuck. Anyway, so that was Wolf-Rayet 134. Now, it doesn't have a name for it, for that one. But that's going to be the similar. We're going to have kind of a similar result with this one. But you can see how it kind of looks like a jellyfish, right? Here's the fish, and then here's this like tentacles down here. It's going to look really, really cool. But it's part of a larger nebula, and you guys can see some of the hydrogen alpha right here, where it actually goes off screen. But I wanted to really focus just on this portion right here of the nebulae. Free energy's coming soon. Okay. I don't know if the powers that be will ever let that happen, but that'd be crazy, man. That'd be wild. Can you think about the oil industry letting that happen? Now you guys are seeing a lot of noise in here, right? And that's okay, because what we do is as we stack these images in the stacking software, all that noise gets canceled out. All right, so we're stacking image on image on image. That noise gets canceled out. And then we also do this thing called dithering. So I'll shoot 3 or 4 images, and they'll all be in the same spot in the sky, and then it'll move like 3 pixels in a random direction, and it'll shoot 2 or 3 images, and then it'll do the same thing again in a random direction. And what that does is it helps. Number one, it helps gives me more resolution because I can do this thing called what's it called? There's a word for it. Anyway, it lets me double my resolution because it's able to see the average, the difference between each pixel, and it's able to expand the image by 2, which is nice. So it'll give me double the resolution. And then it also helps average out the noise as well. Because the camera, the software can say, okay, like this pixel right here was this color, this shade, and then we dithered, and then it wasn't that color. Okay, well that's a change in the pixel as far as light goes, so we'll keep that. But this over here, it never changed, so this must be noise, so we'll get rid of that. So it's pretty neat. Mr. Rock, what are you asking? What APK? Oh, okay. Try alpha. Try alpha or alpa. Hey, Viking, what's going on, brother? Merry Christmas, man. Alpha, okay. All right. I'll have to check that out, man. That's crazy. Now, when this is done, I've got 5 exposures left for the hydrogen alpha. What app? Oh, I need you to give me be a little bit more specific, Mr. Rock. Are you asking what this app is right here, or are you asking what this is? I'll tell you what both of them are. This is Air Connect for PC. It lets me live stream my iPad or iPhone to my computer. On my laptop or on my iPad, I'm using the ASI Air software. And then this software right here is called Nina. Nighttime Imagery and Astronomy. Oh, okay. S30 Pro pre-order starts December 31st, dog. Okay. Did they release the price, Michael? I wonder how it's going to compare to the S30. A fusion generator. Holy shit. Okay. That's wild. Can you download Mr. Rock? What I need you to give me a little bit more detail on what exactly you're asking, okay? Because it wouldn't make sense to download some of this stuff unless you have a telescope. This is from my telescope. It's not an app you can download to just get this image. So I'm trying to figure out what your goal here is. No, you're good, man. You're good. No, I'm getting these images from my telescopes. Dang, I see the pre-order on High Point Scientific, but it's not giving a price, man. It's just a pre-order. Oh, nice, dude. Heck yeah, man. How crazy is that? What time is it? It's 2 a.m.? Okay, sweet. That's funny, man. So you were imaging it tonight as well, and here I am imaging it. That's awesome, dude. Here, this is one of my sulfur subs. Let me pull up. Let me pull up one of my hydrogen. And that's one of my hydrogen. And I'm shooting the Jellyfish Nebula, which is pretty close. They're pretty close to each other. So I'm shooting both of them at the same time. Excuse me. Holy shit. Okay, nice. Yeah. Now I'm shooting monochrome. So I'm shooting in HSO for the monkey head. But then for the Jellyfish Nebula, I'm only shooting HO. I'm shooting HOO. I'm doubling up my oxygen just because it's so faint, which should work out really well when it's stacked. I'm hoping that for both of these targets, 2 full nights of imaging is going to be good, which should give me roughly 20-ish hours on each target. Fingers crossed. But I'll pull these off the computers tomorrow morning and do some editing and see what I got. If not, I might need to get one or maybe 2 more nights. We'll see. The monkey head I should be good. The only one that I may need more data on is the jellyfish. Can you please explain about this big star? Not sure what you're talking about, man. And Helion fusion has Air Force back. Okay. I'll have to look into that, Matt. That's wild, man. Definitely have to check that out. All right, now we're on. Let's pull this up here. Now we're about to. All right, we still got enough time before it switches. So I'm gonna pull this up so you guys can see. So this is my whole interface. What I'm seeing with my ASI Air. It's very, very intuitive software. But we're gonna zoom back out here because I want you guys to be able to see just as far as we can get it, just a nebula, right? Because that's what's most important. You guys don't care about all this other BS. so let's get this on the screen for you guys. So now we have we're at 17 frames out of 20, so it's about to be 18 of 20, and we'll watch this. And like I said, we're on sulfur right now, and we'll see what we get with our oxygen. All right, and usually oxygen is very faint compared to sulfur and hydrogen. So we'll be able to see what it's going to look like as far as the oxygen goes on this one. Now, it's very apparent with the Jellyfish Nebula. You can barely see any oxygen in here. The first night when I shot it the other night, I was like, I had to like zoom in. I'm like, where the fuck's the oxygen? Nice, Dexter. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, dude. 5-minute subs is roughly where I'll cut off. Like I could probably go longer than 5-minute subs, but then you just run the risk of a gust of wind or something, and that whole sub is gone. So a lot of times I'll do either 4 to 5-minute subs. It really just depends on the night. If it's a calm night and not a whole lot of wind, I'll stretch it out to 5, especially on my 2600. But on my 585, I try to keep no more than like 4-minute long subs. Just because you're flooding the sensor by that point. But that's awesome, man. Merry Christmas. Super happy for you. Super happy for you, man. Now, is that your first target that you've ever shot? Like, are you brand new to the hobby or what? How did everybody's Christmas go? Is everybody ready for the day to be over? Like who is in bed right now, bed rotting, drinking? Oh, did you, Matt? Listen, as soon as this live's over, that's what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going to get in bed. Oh, you been okay? Heck yeah, man. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Iris, 80. Nice. Ice water. Oh, Erica, look at you being unresponsible. God bless. Okay. All right. Dexter, I've got a Discord channel. It's in my bio in the link tree. So if you want to join that community, man, we've got a gallery, a deep sky gallery in there where people can post their images and we'll show them live on stream. As a matter of fact, let's go in there right now and check and see if anybody's dropped anything in there. Yeah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, yeah, when I've got my daughter, I don't drink, yeah. Very valid. Nice, man. We got people in there. I'm sorry I missed you guys saying Merry Christmas and stuff. Jeez, my bad. Bro, what is all this? All right, so we had... All right, let me get this brought over. All right, so we got one more. All right, one more sub over there. Okay. All right, we got Saturn here. We got Saturn. All right, I dig it. Please don't tell me it's doing a full-on re-autofocus. Nah, it's got to be switching filters. Okay. Nice. Got okay, Crypto. He got his S50. Nice. I remember him saying that. I haven't seen him in here in the past 2 days, I don't think. Something happened different in the sky at Christmas. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, nice, Dexter. Santa did not come for me last night. I did not wake up to see Kate Beckinsale underneath my Christmas tree. I was super disappointed, but it is what it is. Nice. Look at that. All right, Jupiter. Need to white balance that, but very cool. And you've got Callisto. That is Callisto right there. Nice. Jupiter, one of the moons. Very nice image. White balance that image, and holy cow, that's going to be a great image. I mean, it's already great, but white balance that thing if you're here. Great. Awesome. Okay, nice. M51. The Whirlpool. Believe that's the Whirlpool Galaxy. Very nice. Mineral moon. Okay, for those of you that don't know, the moon is not just grayscale. Okay. That thing refocused with one sub left. What a waste of time. So a mineral moon, the moon actually has minerals. So it actually has rust and stuff on there. So when we do a mineral moon, we're actually showing you all the colors. So we're taking a lot of exposures to pull that color out so you guys can see that. Great mineral moon. Awesome. Elephant Trunk Nebula. Nice. Oh, here we go. Saturn. Couple of the moons right here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 moons. Awesome image, man. Look at that. You guys can see that a little bit better. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. What about exoplanets? What do you mean? Crypto putting in work, man. You too, Ben. You too. Crypto putting in work, dude. I love it. He is using the heck out of that sea star, man. I love it. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Awesome. Okay, AK Astro doing some work. Look at that. Nice image, man. Very nice. Awesome, dude. We got a close up. There's the spot right there. Nice. It's not possible to see exoplanets. Only scientists can. I don't know what you're, JC. I don't know what you're getting at. I'm not sure. Like, is there a question, or are you just making a statement? Dude, so good, man. Dexter, I'm guessing this is you, right? Yeah, because okay, Dex, I got the name. Dude, great image, man. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Phenomenal job, dude. Your noise levels look great. Like, it's not, you didn't remove too much noise to where it looked plastic, you know? Great job, dude. Great job. Very nice. Very nice image, man. The only thing that I can suggest, man, is like on a if you get another couple of nights, throw a couple more nights of data on there and restack it, dude. Because it can only go up, right, as far as the quality and the detail and stuff like that goes. But phenomenal job, dude. That looks great. Really good work. Your stars look great all the way through. Yeah. Yeah. Because you're shooting one-shot color. Now, where are you, if you don't mind me asking, like, are you in a city? Are you kind of like out in the country? Okay. Bortle 5. Okay, middle of the road. All right, that's not bad. Yeah, so with a one-shot color camera, in order to get, you're only capturing 25% of the red, 25% of the blue, and then 50% of the green photons that are coming in, right? So with a one-shot color camera, the more data, the more time you can throw at a target, the better it's going to be. But what you got right there is very impressive, especially for being your first deep sky target, man. Like, you're gonna find yourself limited by color probably relatively quickly, and you're gonna want to get a monochrome camera soon. If that's your first image doing deep sky, you're gonna get very bored of one shot color, and you're gonna take your stuff to the next level. But good job, man. Looks great. Looks great. Very impressed. But now what's cool is that as we continue to rotate and these targets get higher in the sky, they get further away from the light pollution from where I'm at, which tends to get a better image, and you get better detail and stuff like that, and you're able to see more faint things. So, the higher up in the sky, the better. And you guys can see the diffraction spikes from my Newtonian. It actually looks pretty good right there. This sub, if we pixel peep, these stars look a little bit elongated, which tells me that at some point in my guiding, maybe a gust of wind popped up on that one. But if you zoom out, you'd never notice. Dexter, listen. I'm gonna tell you, this is my story. Okay, my very first Astro camera was the 2600 MC. Now I live in a Bortle 8, so you can imagine trying to shoot color in a Bortle 8. I was having to spend like a whole week on one target. I was getting some good images. Yeah, I'm on there. I'm actually live on there right now. Which was fine. I was still getting some decent images. However, the reason why I didn't go mono off rip was because of all the forums, and people were like, mono is so much more image, it's so much more editing and all this other stuff, and it can be more complicated. And I was like, you know what? Like, maybe they're right. I'll go color. Then ZWO released the 585mm Pro, and it was like a $580 camera, like cooled deep sky astro camera. And I was like, you know what? Let's try it. It's not so expensive that like it's gonna break the bank. The first subframe that I pulled up off of there in H Alpha, it blew anything that I was getting in like a full night of. It felt like a full night of color imaging off of just one like 5-minute H Alpha sub. And immediately I said, all right, fuck this. I went and bought the 2600mm Pro as well. So like, the only time that I ever bust out that color camera is if we're live stacking here on stream. Other than that, that camera sits in its case. I do not use it. I probably should sell it and buy something else with it. With the money. But it's the 2600 MC Duo. So it's got the guide camera built into it. But anyway, it's a great camera. Don't get me wrong, but it's not meant to be used in a Bortle 8 skies. But anyway, that's that. All right, here we go. We've got our first frame of oxygen popped in here. So let's check that out. So you guys can see. So check this out. Let's go do some investigating here. You guys are able to see now here. Let me load up here. All right. So here's our hydrogen, right? So you guys can see. I mean, look at all this. Look at this level of detail and all this nebulosity in here, right? Now if we zoom in here. All right, we got some good nebulosity all in here, right? And then if we go to our sulfur, right, we can see, all right, you can see a little bit of that, but it's a different wavelength of gas, different wavelength, right? So it's more faint, but it's all in the, like the outer regions right here. It's kind of hovering around out here compared to the hydrogen alpha, right? Which was all throughout. But then let's pull up our most recent image right here. So look at that oxygen. This is what our blue channel is going to be. So you can see right here, you see the outline of where the sulfur and the hydrogen was. Now that's the edge of that. Now we've got this oxygen that's filling in the center there, which is really neat. It's very faint, just like the sulfur is very faint, but we're going to stack all these images, all that data on top of each other. So we'll stack all the sulfur together, we'll stack all the hydrogen together, and we'll stack all the oxygen, sulfur, and hydrogen. We'll stack them all together, all within their respective filters. All right, and that's going to give me a master hydrogen file. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can pull. Let's pull a master, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Let me find one that I haven't deleted the data off of yet. Okay, here we go. Let's do the Rosette Nebula. It's going to freaking load up PixInsight. I don't want it to load up PixInsight. I want it to upload. You know why? Shit. Oh, you know what I can do? All right, never mind. I should have done that because I can. Hold on. I can export that as a JPEG. Give me 1 second. I can export that as a JPEG so you guys can see it. I'm gonna give it a stretch though before I show you. That way you guys can see what just a subframe looks like. Let me give it a where's my curves? apply that. Boom. Give me 1 second, Save as TIFF. We're going to call that rows, and we're going to save it on the desktop. Save. 16-bit. Boom. Let's close window. Yes. Close that out. All right. Let's pull that up. So you guys can see what this is a master hydrogen alpha file. Okay. Oh, you little fucker. Hold on. That did not work. That did not do what I wanted it to do. Hold up. Wait a minute. I forgot to apply the stretch. Oh man. Histogram transformation HHH. We've got our first oxygen coming in right now. In 30 seconds. No, shit. Sorry. A minute. Almost done here. There we go. File, save as, rows. Where's our desktop? TIFF, rows, save, overwrite, yes. 16-bit, yes. Close, exit anyway, yes. All right, I promise you I got it this time. If not, I'm going to fire myself. All right, here we go. Bring that up on stream. All right. That is the result of all of my hydrogen stacked from the Rosette Nebula, right? So you guys can see that when you take all of the data and you stack it all on top of each other, you are able to pull out all that detail because all that information is there. So you're stretching that data out. So that is the result of 30, it may have been closer to 40 hours of hydrogen alpha on the Rosette. Or I'm sorry, that was my total stack time. I'm wanting to say this was like 15 or 16 hours of hydrogen. I'm not stacking this right now, Jason. Not right now. We're just doing individual subs right now. All right, here we go. So that one of our oxygen came in. All right, so let's look at this. So you guys can see compared to what we had before, right? Now you're just seeing just a little bit of that data like scattered out through in that nebula, right? So it's very, very faint. That's why I need to stack all that data together so I can pull all that data out. Cancel out all that noise. Excuse me. No, I appreciate it, Jason. Thank you. But yeah, that's what your master frames look like, right? And then so I'll have a that's my hydrogen. Then I'll have a sulfur master, and then I'll have an oxygen master. And then depending on the way I shoot it, I might do RGB, but I'll only do that for just the stars to get the star colors, right? And then I'll pull the stars out of that image, and then I'll put the stars back in over the hydrogen, alpha, sulfur, and oxygen image. So it's a whole involved process, but it's very, very fun. Right now I'm running Nina. I'm running Nina and the ASI Air. I'm running, I got 2 rigs running right now. And then, all right, let's see. Let's pull that back. Let's pull up. For those of you that were not with us earlier, I need to turn that shit off. All right, this was yesterday's. So beautiful. That was a cloud that rolled through that made it get all overexposed. Absolutely insane. We got a nice little region right here popping off. We got some prominences dancing in the background. Now this right here, this spot right here is this same spot, but this is 4 days later. Look how much it changed. So this is today. This was taken today, but look at it compared to the other day, right? Some decent change. And then look, this was today as well. We got this one today also. Some really good stuff today. I was very, very happy with the results from today. Now, also, you know, we had our auto guiding running today, and it worked so good. I mean, it worked so effing good. All those 2 that we did today, so this one and then this one, I didn't even hardly have to crop anything out because the guiding was so good. Same thing on our full disc. Yeah, also they point away from us. Yeah. Yeah. So our guiding was phenomenal today. Absolutely phenomenal. So I'm very, very happy we got that figured out and we're able to use that. Super, super happy. Let's see. For those of you that haven't seen it, I'll show you my 2 most recent images. I got to do some reels for these, and then I'll drop those. We'll drop a reel for the time lapses that we just showed you. We'll probably drop those tomorrow. And then we got the Eagle. What's up, my man? Yeah, Dexter, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome, man. If you got any other questions, let me know, okay? Oh, sounds good, man. Look forward to seeing your image, man. So this was my Orion Nebula. Shot that the other night. I had both rigs running again. I shot one with the one was on Orion and the other was on the Horsehead and Flame Nebula. Now this one I did RGB, so luminance, red, green, and blue, and then I also added in hydrogen alpha. So normally you wouldn't see the hydrogen alpha, all this red out here. But I wanted to add it in because it's just a different look people don't normally get to see. Normally you see it with just dark space in the background. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to be different. So let's add the hydrogen in there. Appreciate it, Jason. Appreciate you, man. That makes my day hearing somebody say that, dude, because that's what we're trying to build here, right? But anyway, so you got a lot of the good RGB up in here in the Running Man and the and Orion right here. And then we just got all the hydrogen, added the hydrogen alpha. Now to get that, right, you guys can see like the pink in here, right here, some of that nebula from Orion. I didn't want to get that mixed in with the hydrogen because the hydrogen could have overtaken that. So what I do is a process called continuum subtraction. And so what I do is I take the red channel and I now take my H alpha because they're the same color that we're mapping these to. And what I do is I say, I take the red and I subtract the red out of the H alpha. So that way I'm not doubling up on the red. And then what I'm left with is just the hydrogen that does not get applied to any red in the actual image. So that way I'm not doubling the red and it's not a super fake or misrepresented image. But anyway, that's my Orion with hydrogen alpha. Pretty happy with it. And then it's my Horsehead and Flame Nebula right here. So now this one was clearly shot with my Newtonian, my Carbon Star 200, as noted by the massive diffraction spikes from these very, very bright stars right here. This is Alnitak. So if you're looking at Orion's belt, You've got 1, 2, 3 stars. This is the very bottom star on attack. It's a very bright star. And so that's why you see those diffraction spikes going through the whole frame. Now, I probably should have shot this with my other scope, but it's all good. I think it adds some character to the image. Now, I could have gone in here and photoshopped that shit out. Nah, I'm good. I feel like it gives it some character. You know what I mean? But anyway, you've got the horse head right here, which, mother effer, which I feel like came out very well. And then you've got the flame nebula down here, which I mean, that thing is just beautiful, beautiful. So anyway, those are my two, and I did the same thing. I shot this in LRGB HA. So the same thing. What I did is normally you wouldn't see all this red up here and down here. Now that naturally it's red through in here. You guys can see that different hue of red back here. I did the same thing. I did a continuum subtraction on this one, so it didn't double up the red. Oh man, 80. No, absolutely not. You know what? Somebody, hold on. Let me find this. It was on. Hold on. It was in. Oh man, I gotta find it. Somebody actually made a meme out of that the other day, and I'm going to find it before we get off here. I swear I'm gonna find it. I appreciate it, Jason, man. Thank you so much, dude. Just give the lady what she wants. Hold on a second, because I gotta find it. I think it was in. Yeah, this one. Okay, hold on. I gotta find it. Here it is. Oh, fuck. Look, here it is right here. You got. Oh, I hope that's showing through, right? It said, I can't be the only one. What does that look like to you, right? I'm so glad somebody did that. That wasn't me. It wasn't me. But I'm so glad somebody fucking said it out loud. Oh, man. I'm so glad somebody said it out loud. There you go, AD. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Lord. Somebody's like, that's the fish head nebula. No, bro, like, we all know what it looks like. It looks like you might need to see a doctor. Yeah. Yeah, that's the exact reason why I have a hard time shooting this. I just can't get over it. Like, nope. Yeah, exactly. See? Bro, I'm so glad new catalog has it as the penis gland nebula. Oh my God, bro. Dude, I mean, yeah. The Chode Nebula. Anyway, friggin' hilarious. I'm so glad that I wasn't the only one, right? Oh, dude, hilarious. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you guys haven't seen yet. I showed you guys the time lapses we got today. Surprised it hasn't been redacted. Right. Brown chicken, brown cow. Yeah. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. Oh, dude. Hilarious. Anyway, guys, I think, listen, there's nothing else I can really show you guys tonight. I showed you my most recent images. I showed you guys the time lapses we got today. Kind of went over what I'm shooting tonight so that way you guys can see it. Now, let's double check the weather. Maybe, fingers crossed, that the weather has changed tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be cloudy all day. Let me bring it up. Hourly forecast. It looks like I'm not even going to get a full night's of imaging here. Eagle, yes. Yes, sir. All right, so this is the one we got the other day. Yesterday, right? Yesterday, yeah. Or was it yesterday? What's going on, music? What's up, man? This was, I think, on the 22nd right here. This one was from today, right here. Not a whole lot of activity unless we zoom in and then you can kind of see the movement. But this was today as well. A lot of good movement in that right there. Very, very happy with this one. Looks really, really good. Now this one, man, like I wish I could scroll and zoom in, but it won't let me do that on here. For whatever reason, it will not let me zoom in from this main window, and I really wish it would. Hey, Pepsi, how are you? Because if we zoom in, I can kind of take you into these individual little spicules here. I mean, it just looks like it's crawling, dude. It looks so cool. But for whatever reason, I can't scroll and zoom in with VLC Player. I know I've said it before. If anybody has a better video player that I can do that with, let me know so I can download it, because I'm so sick and tired of VLC Player and the way it does playback. I want to keep the window this size but be able to zoom into the zoom in, and I can't do that. And then also watch what happens when we get to the end. When we get to the end of the time lapse, watch what it does. All right, it's going to go, and then watch what it does. It goes to this fucking massive, big-ass, whatever the shit. And then I got to resize it again. So if anybody's got a better video player, let me know. All right, back to the weather tomorrow. It looks like I've got clouds rolling in around 3 a.m., which that sucks. 8 a.m., cloudy, cloudy, cloudy. 4 p.m., mostly cloudy. It's going to be cloudy all night. No live tomorrow. Jason, it's so much fun, man. It's so much fun, dude. I hesitated for a couple of months, like toying with the idea of getting a solar filter. And I'm going to tell you, man, I regret not getting it sooner. The very first time that I pulled the sun up on my laptop, now listen, I didn't cry, but it was emotional, man. Because you're like, to see that view, man, for the first time, is like, I'm looking at the surface of a star, bro. You know what I mean? And I haven't stopped, man. Because my initial thought process was like, that's a lot of money to spend on something that's very specialized and something that I may do like once a month. That was literally my thought process. Like, it would be cool to shoot it one time and then that's it. No. I literally put that thing in, and I have not stopped shooting the sun. If it is not cloudy outside, my telescope's outside, man, on the sun. It has been one of the greatest joys, like shooting. Because my thing is, 80, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate you. Because one of the things is you know how it is. The sun, or not the sun, the moon, it's the same moon every night other than a shadow, right? Like, it's still beautiful to look at. The planets, they don't change. Saturn's rings change because it tilts, which is neat. The nebulae and the galaxies, like, unless there's a supernova that happens in the galaxy, like, it's the same galaxy, right? Like, for the most part, it's all the same. Now, the fun for us is making it our image, right? Even though it's been shot hundreds or thousands of times, it's still our image. So that's the fun and addictiveness for us. But the sun changes every single day. It changes every hour. And that's the thrill of it for me. So it's like every day that I set up my scope and I look at the sun, it's like, all right, what are we going to see today? You know what I mean? It's that excitement all the time. Now, there are days on the sun that's kind of boring. I'm not going to lie. Where you don't have these huge prominences and sunspots going on, but still it's different, man. So anyway, that's my spiel. Eat ramen noodles for a month to help pay for it. Do whatever you got to do. Buy a solar filter. All right. We went off on a little tangent there, but a good tangent, I feel like. All right, let's see. Saturday morning Saturday morning is going to look like our next stream time. It's going to be cloudy all day tomorrow and all night. It's not going to clear up until around 7 a.m. for me on Saturday morning. That's right, Eagle. Yeah, and we learned some new things. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. We have a good time. Yeah, we have a good time doing this too. So, yeah, so it's looking like no stream tomorrow at all. Saturday morning, back at it. I don't think I have anything major going on. So that'll be good. And hopefully Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon when we go live again, I'll have 2 new images of the monkey head and of the Jellyfish Nebula for you guys. Yeah. So, listen, I think that's going to be it for me tonight. I hope you guys have had an amazing Christmas. We've been live twice today. I sincerely appreciate you guys taking time away from your families and coming to hang out with me for a little bit. I really sincerely appreciate you guys. And I feel like we have a blast. And I hope you guys got some value out of it. And take tomorrow and enjoy the time with your families and hanging out. Yeah, Merry Christmas to all you guys. Merry Christmas. And again, thank you guys for being a part of this and making it easy for me to do. Yeah, you're welcome, AD. You're welcome. So Merry Christmas. I will not see you guys tomorrow. It's cloudy all day. But again, we will be back on Saturday. All right. So I hope everybody's done with all their traveling. Everybody gets to reset tomorrow and enjoy it. Hey, Stranger Things, if you're into it, all right. It's out right now. My daughter is in bed eating popcorn, not here, but at her mama's, and she's like, "Are you watching it tonight?" I was like, "I don't know." But anyway, all right, you guys have a good one, and we will see you guys back on Saturday. You guys take care. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Oh, and I'll have those stickers. Saturday, we will have the stickers. I promise. All right, Pepsi, Merry Christmas. Hope you're still feeling better.